Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of U.F.O Snap. I'm Jake.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we welcome you again to join us for yet another interesting story of some sort of UFO or strange encounter. Of course, we like to dive into the mysteries and the unknowns and the strange and the unusual and the fuckery.
So much fuckery.
So much fuckery. There's so much government fuckery out there. And not even just government fuckery. I mean, just
all around, just general fuckery.
Yeah, a lot of crazy...
Garden variety fuckery.
A lot of crazy fuckery. And today we're going to dive into a really interesting story that's coming... one of the more popular stories. But before we get into that, a slight update. Some people have been really deep diving into the Bob Lazar story.
Okay.
And I just wanted to mention this because...
there's some more? What did Bob do now?
Well, it's not him, but
okay.
Apparently his first wife also murdered some people.
What?
Yeah. And there's like a connection to like the mob or something, but...
What?
Yeah. I mean, I just... it just hit me right as we started this episode. I'm like, oh, I gotta talk about Bob Lazar's wife.
If that story couldn't get any
Right.
crazier.
Yeah. Apparently his first wife.
Multiple murders. Here you go.
Multiple murders. And when he married his second wife, he was still married to the first wife, who died like 2 days after he married the second wife.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, God bless him.
It's a lot.
But there's been people that's been really deep diving into his background. That's been finding a lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm all about the truth.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it breaks my heart, but some people are making some pretty convincing arguments about his past that maybe he didn't go to any of the schooling that he said he did.
Really?
Yeah, and that while he did technically work at Los Alamos, he didn't actually work for Los Alamos. He worked as like a lab assistant for an outside company that contracts into it. He didn't have security clearance like they said he did. He wasn't a physicist. He was just like a lab tech. And he got fired because he was running a side business through their phone system there because he could do long distance phone calls. So he was...
Bob.
So it sounds like Bob might be a little bit of a scam artist. But
you never know. I mean...
But here's the thing. I mean, this could all be bullshit.
It could all be bullshit, yeah.
I mean, you can't dismiss. You
No,
can't dismiss.
If there's other evidence,
Well,
yeah.
But you also can't dismiss all the crazy shit that he said that came to be true.
That is true.
I mean, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, Area 51, for fuck's sake. Like, the only reason that we know what it is today is because of Bob Lazar. I mean, it started with his story. That's really where it's like, oh, what is this Area 51? He did his story with George Knapp, and they beat a fucking path right to it. So it's, so it started.
Yeah, I mean, either that actually did happen to him, or he knew someone that it happened to that told him everything.
Yeah, and like...
But where's that person?
Right. And a little bit came more forward, like there was apparently like a W-2 form or something that turned out to be fake.
Oh my God.
The Bob Lazar story is the gift that keeps on giving. But you got people
it's very interesting, that's for sure.
You got people like George Knapp, who I really respect, who still says, and he went into the trenches, he vetted this shit, and he still stands by him and says that this is legitimate, and then you got Jeremy Corbell, of course, who's also stands by it. And then you got that fucking douchebag Greenstreet from the New York Post. The Basement Files, and he is just going out of his way to fucking be a douchebag and disprove everything under the sun, just to be a douche. But that's fine, But yeah, so I just wanted to give an update to the Bob story.
Stay tuned. I'm sure there will be more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's getting real crazy because they're doing like congressional hearings now and more of them. And, they're talking about motherships in the...
Things are getting really nutty.
It's getting really nutty out there. So more and more is just going to keep coming out, and we'll see. We'll just got to, keep tuned, and we'll have to do an episode soon about what has come forth recently, because there's quite a bit that's come forth. Yeah, so we'll do like a catch up. But in the meantime,
while we're doing this episode, this episode is not about what's going on now. It's about what happened in the past, specifically, and it's actually we're real close to when it happened, date wise. But I'm going to take you back to March 13th, 1997. All right. And we're going to go down to Phoenix, Arizona. So on March 13th, 1997, residents of Phoenix, Arizona, witnessed a series of strange lights in the sky. The lights were reported to be in a V-shaped formation, and it spanned approximately 1 mile in length. Witnesses reported that these lights remained in the sky for several minutes before disappearing over the horizon. Now, this isn't like one person saw this. No.
This is quite a bit, all right? So let me break it down for you. The incident began around 8:30 p.m. when people in the Phoenix area started reporting strange lights in the sky. The lights were initially reported by a man in the town of Paulding, Arizona, who claimed to have seen this triangular-shaped craft with lights at each corner. Now, over the next few hours, reports of the lights continued to come in from across the state. So now we got multiple Arizona people, right? All over. Eyewitnesses described the lights as bright, stationary, and completely silent. Some report that the lights were hovering low over the city, while others said that they saw them higher in the sky. Some witnesses reported seeing the lights move in unison, while others reported that they moved independently of each other. Initially, officials from the U.S. Air Force claimed that the lights were flares. Because there were
flares?
So let's back up for a second here.
Secret flares?
Secret flares. No. So we got to back up just a little bit. All right.
Okay.
So many people reported this that somebody had to do something. And so many people reported it to to the Air Force and whatnot. The Air Force literally had to respond. I mean, it wasn't just like one or two people. If just one person was just like, hey, we saw some lights, they'd be like, all right, great, go drink some more, But we're talking like a statewide amount of people.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people.
And they said it was some flares. I don't know about you, but that sounds like bullshit to me. Some fucking flares. I don't know. But the thing about this story is like a 7-layer dip. All right?
I like dip.
Yeah, I like dip. I also enjoy dip. Now, like I said, initially, officials from the U.S. Air Force claimed that the lights were flares that dropped during a military exercise at the Barry Goldwater Range.
Dropped from where?
Approximately 60 miles southwest of Phoenix. From planes.
Okay.
All right, that's what they're saying. However, many witnesses disputed this explanation, stating that the lights were much closer and larger than flares. And they didn't behave like flares, because you had a lot of people saying that it moved in unison in a triangle.
But you had other people saying that they were all
over the place.
Independent of each other.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we've heard stories of both.
That's true.
We've heard stories of both. We've heard stories of things in unison and then breaking apart.
Mm-hmm.
So, now, of course, something this big gains national media attention. It was featured on news programs and newspapers across the country. In the years since the incident, it's become one of the most famous and well-documented UFO sightings in history. There's many.
Is there any video of it?
Yeah.
There's video of it?
Yeah, there's a lot of photos and video and whatnot. None of it's great.
Well, no, it was 1997.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it exists. I'll link to some in the show notes.
Cool.
Now, so the fact that this was so big, people like wanted answers, and so they pressed and they pressed and they pressed for answers, right? Well, one of the most notable aspects of the Phoenix Lights incident was the involvement of Arizona Governor Fife Symington.
Fife?
Fife.
Fife Symington.
Fife.
Symington.
Fife Symington. F-I-F-E. Fife. Fife Symington. Old Fife, in the days following the incident, held a press conference. Right? Old Fife. Old Fife. Old Fife.
Fife Symington?
Symington. S-Y-M-I-N-G-T-O-N. Fife Symington.
Okay. Okay.
Fife Symington. Arizona governor. Do you think if he goes to California, it's Fife, and then he'll go west?
Oh my God.
Get it? Fife will go west.
Ooh.
Get it? Here's your clue. So, fucking Fife. All right. So the people really wanted to know what the fuck was going on. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine I would if there was this right over my head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, old Fife. All right. Let me tell you what old Fife did. So, in the days following the incident, old Fife held a press conference to announce that he had solved the mystery of the lights. He solved the mystery.
He's got the answers.
Yep. He has the answers. Actually, I think I have.
I issued a call for an investigation by the Arizona Department of Public Safety, and I'm happy to report we already are getting results. Let me just say that I believe it a serious offense for anyone, human, space alien, or otherwise, to engage in mysterious activity in our nighttime skies.
So that was Fife.
Space alien or otherwise?
So that was Fife, right? And so, I mean, this was a real press conference, okay? The people, public, it was a whole packed house. And he said, and so people are like, he's taking it serious, right? So awesome, cool.
Yeah.
Well, and then the dickhead, fucking Fife, announces that he had solved the mystery, and he brought out, like a dick, his chief of staff dressed up in an alien costume.
So it was a joke.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Upon the guilty party. Don't get him too close to me, please. It's, Now, this just goes to show that you guys are entirely too serious.
So he turned it out to be a joke. Like at first he was like, I'm gonna be serious about this. We're gonna do an investigation, and people were like, "Fuck! Finally, someone's paying attention."
Yeah.
Because we had the whole fucking place was like, "What is this?" And no one can give you straight answers. And it was well documented, and a ton of people saw this, a ton. And then he comes out and he treats it like a joke, and it pissed off everybody.
I'm sure.
Everybody. I had
do the ramp up. Right? Many people were outraged by old Fife's behavior. Fucking Fife. They viewed it as a crude attempt to make light of a serious situation. Despite many eyewitness reports and the media attention, no official explanation for the Phoenix Lights have ever actually been given. The incident, of course, inspired a great deal of debate and speculation among UFO researchers, enthusiasts, and such, with many suggesting that the lights were a genuine sighting of an extraterrestrial craft. Like, there's not a lot of great explanation. But yeah. And then all these people, like I said, they were really pissed off because fucking Fife didn't take him serious, right? Mm-hmm. But here's the really interesting part, okay? This is the part that's like, huh? Okay. Years later, old Feifel changed his tune.
What?
And admitted that he also witnessed the lights himself that night. He would actually go on later to call for a new investigation into the incident and express regret for his earlier actions.
How many years later?
Many years later.
Okay.
But they interviewed him, and you can hear it for yourself.
March 13th, 1997. This event called Lights Over Phoenix. What did you see?
Well, I saw a huge craft just kind of come right over Squaw Peak. That was, it was just breathtaking, and I'm not sure about the date. You've got a better memory
March
for the
13th.
dates than I do. Yeah.
But there was no, like the Clinton day, no.
No. No. I was on a strict diet. No, I'm serious. I'm serious now. That it was unquestionably it was a UFO, which means unidentified flying object.
Right. Doesn't mean we're being visited.
Well, it's nothing like anything I've ever seen.
And you're an Air Force guy.
Yeah, and a pilot. Got a lot of hours flying.
Fucking Fife, man.
Fucking Fife.
Fucking Fife. So he fucking is a goddamn hypocrite piece of shit son of a bitch, is what he is. All right. I mean, he was a governor, so he was in the situation where he could probably have done maybe something, or at least pressed for something. Mm-hmm. And instead of listening to his fucking entire state who elected him, he just fucking made fun of everybody and made it out to be a joke. And then years later, when he can't do a goddamn thing about it, he's like, oh no, maybe it really did happen. Fucking Fife.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, either he's a hypocrite and he kept it secret till he was powerless to do anything about it, or he's just making it up.
You mean like it never happened?
Like, I don't know, he wants attention or something, I don't know.
Oh, maybe you're onto something. But yeah, I don't know. Fucking Fife. He would go on to say, fucking Fife isn't even fucking working.
So it was pretty breathtaking, and I'll never forget. I snuck out to see it, without DPS, which I'm not supposed to be driving my own car and that kind of thing.
Well, he was
Department of Protective Services.
Yeah, because he's a governor, right? So he has to be protected.
Have a detail, yeah.
Yep, and he's not allowed to drive his own car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so he's saying like, but I did it anyways.
He slipped out.
He slipped out.
Like do you think he made like The Great Escape? The dummy is. Like made one to look exactly like him, but he didn't do a good job.
It's like just two pillows in bed.
Yes.
And like a wig or something.
A mop.
Yeah, just a mop. Yeah, a mop and two pillows just sitting there, or like, or what if he did like the Home Alone 2, where he's just like playing the Cool Whip with the fucking the clown inflatable, and just get out of here, you little jerk! I'm gonna slap you silly. Doing the Cool Whip, Cool Whip.
be that'd be hilarious. He fucking you know, with the goddamn name of fucking Fife, you'd think you'd attach yourself to something a little more. I don't know. How do you fucking? Oh God, I wonder if he's married. He has to be married, right? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, you know, can you imagine the lady that's married to him? Could you imagine screaming that name out?
Oh, Fife.
Oh, Fife. Oh, harder, Fife. Oh, give it to me, Fifey. Do you think they call him Fifey?
I hope not.
Fifey. Oh, Fife. I want to say Feifel so bad, you know.
An American Tail. That's such a depressing movie.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they made a sequel, didn't they?
Yeah, the Fievel Goes West.
Yeah, Feifel. Fucking Fife Symington. That sounds like a version of like human, like Homo sapien. Like is he a Neanderthal or a Homo sapien? No, he's a Fife Simian. Symington. Symington. Whatever his stupid fucking name is. What else does he have to say?
And so, but I told Ann what I was doing. I was going to go up to Squaw Peak and see what everybody was,
Go up to Squaw Peak.
Clamoring about. And when I walked in the front door, she looked at me, and I was.
What does this guy look like?
Oh, I'll show you. Hold on.
I'm just
apparently
curious.
Normally, I'm fair-complected and pale anyway,
what
right?
face does this
And she
voice
said,
belong to?
Oh, Fifey. I'll show you what fucking old Fife looks like.
I don't know this man at all. He may be a just wonderful guy, but I'm just curious. Oh, that's not what I was picturing.
That's Fife. There he is. All right.
Oh my gosh, she said she looked like a ghost. What did you see? And I said, well, I don't know what I saw, but it was really something, and I'm not going to talk about it. And wow.
So
I
did it frighten?
believe him.
I don't either.
I don't believe him.
I think he wants to capitalize on it now that he has nothing.
I don't believe him. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
We're talking about Fife here.
Talking about old Fife.
Who knows?
Old Fife.
I'm
Fife-a-Nugan.
Yeah, I don't 100% believe what he is saying.
No, I think I was kind of in awe, really,
How big?
Bigger than anything I've ever seen in the sky.
Like an
That's what she said.
aircraft carrier in the sky?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And it was hard to define because of the light in terms of the size, but it was absolutely silent and had sort of eerie embedded lights, and so that's what I saw. And I wasn't expecting to see anything because I was looking out over at Luke to the west, and then all of a sudden these people in the park area just on the west side of 51, there were a bunch of people there. Everybody said, "Oh, look at that!" And we turned around, and this thing was coming from the northwest, traveling to the southeast.
What is he? Is he just okay? So he slips his detail. Did he take a car, or is he like?
Yeah, he took a car.
Oh, is he like dodging around in bushes and shit, trying
doing like parkour?
Yes, trying to be low key. He's got like a cap on.
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
jacket.
all black, like a cat suit. Like he's a fucking like Sean Connery in The Entrapment. Like he's just like a cat burglar. As he walks, for some reason, the soundtrack is
detail is like trying to track him down.
As he's walking around, for some reason, the fucking Pink Panther theme plays. Or he's like humming the Mission Impossible theme to himself.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, fucking Fife, man.
We now know, and it really hit me when we were watching the Diamondbacks in Game 7, and the B-1 flew over. Over the lot.
It wasn't a B-1 bomber.
But that thing all of a sudden out of nowhere appears. And, I said to somebody that night, I said, well, when they do test these, they test them in populated areas. They're new stuff. They test it to see if people detect it. Do you believe it was ours? Do you believe it was something from the U.S. government that they were kind of flying around?
No, it wasn't even close to a B. It was much bigger than a B-1. A B-1 actually isn't that big. I mean,
right.
I mean, if it's at low altitude, it'll appear big, but no, this was totally different.
Something, though, that you think our own government may have been kind of running by a populated area to see what would happen?
Well, they certainly achieved their goal of stirring the pot, if that's what they were doing. But I don't think so. I think this was technologically far advanced.
Well, how do you know it's technologically far advanced if all you did was just see it from a far distance?
Well, if it doesn't look like anything that you don't have a concept of.
And it makes no noise.
Makes no noise. It's defying anything you've ever encountered in your life.
Yeah, and the thing about the Phoenix Lights too is that the shape of it is that triangle pyramid-esque shape, which we've heard many times about. Mm-hmm. Pyramid or triangle-shaped UFOs are nothing new to us. I mean, we've talked about them many times on this show.
Yes, a few times.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the common shapes. You know, you have those, you have the sport mods, you have like weird octagon. You have the square with the circle or the ball inside the square.
Yeah, they get pretty crazy with the description.
Yeah, the Tic Tac, of course.
The Tic Tac, yeah.
Yeah. So, and this was the triangle that was seen by lots of people. Lots and lots. I don't know. I'm with you, though. I think Fife doesn't sound...
That's just the impression that I get from listening to him.
Yeah, he kind of comes across like... Yeah. So that's... You can kind of see...
Oh, and someone tried to debunk this picture as that it's a reflection, like this is shot through like a big front window.
Yeah.
And that's lights on the inside reflecting.
So I've heard that too, but the problem is there's a lot of different angles at this.
Yeah.
There's more than one.
Yeah, because that's... Mm-hmm.
There's more than one, and there's a lot.
Wait, what is this headline? Kurt Russell claims he saw and reported the Phoenix Lights.
Oh man,
what?
Hold on.
What?
Okay, I don't need their soundtrack. Orbs of light hung on the Phoenix southern horizon. Army National Guard said it was an exercise. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, here we go. Kurt Russell.
Whoa.
Oh, what happened?
It disappeared.
No, come back, Kurt.
There it is.
There we go. Okay. Man, I'm going to have to cut out this dead space. Okay. Kurt Russell, movie star, claims he saw UFOs over Phoenix, and not just any UFOs, but the ones that have become celebrities of their own realm, the Phoenix Lights. Russell, during an interview on the British Broadcasting Company, said he was flying his private plane into Phoenix on March 13th, 1997. That's the date when he spotted the phenomenon that came to be known as the Phoenix Lights. Russell, a licensed pilot, reported the lights to Control Tower. No shit.
This is insane.
I wish we could FOIA this.
Right?
I wonder if we could. I would love to FOIA the fucking...
and you know what? I trust Kurt Russell.
I fucking trust Kurt Russell.
I trust Kurt Russell so much.
I trust Snake Plissken, man. If fucking Snake Plissken...
Jack Burton, what?
If fucking Snake Plissken is telling me that it was a legit... Now, this just went to a whole new...
This went to a whole nother level.
Okay.
I had no... This is amazing that we just stumbled across this information. Just blindly stumbled into it.
We just stumbled into the episode title. Like, fucking
right?
Kurt Russell... fights the Phoenix Lights.
Snake Plissken versus the Phoenix Lights.
That's it. That's what it is. Welcome to Snake Plissken versus the Phoenix Lights. Oh.
Come on in. Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious.
Holy shit. Yeah, okay, so there you go. That's fucking a great way to end on this. I'll post a link to this article. So you can read it as well.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and there's a lot more. There's a really good...
And you know what? sorry to interrupt.
No,
Just
no.
one more thing about Kurt Russell. I didn't think he could tick higher for me.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a pilot. I didn't know he was a pilot.
Me either. And then this, it's just like.
Yeah. And he reported it.
And he reported it.
He actually reported it. So, I mean, fucking Snake Plissken versus the Phoenix Lights. I love it. I love it. I always like to talk about where people can find more information about these stories. And if you like it, there's a lot on this one. But probably one of my favorites is it is a part of a 4-part documentary series on Showtime called U.F.Os. And it was produced by J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot.
Okay.
And that's where some of the snippets of interview that I pulled from is from. I recommend watching the whole 4-part thing. It's done very, very well. But the first part is all about this story.
Yeah.
So you get the whole background if you never heard about the Phoenix Lights. Very, very, very famous, very researched story that has a guy named fucking Fife right in the middle of it. Fucking Fife. But anywho, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We do appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe and tell your friends and everybody else to subscribe as well. And we'll tune in next week for U.F.O Snap. I'm Jake.
I'm Lindsay.
See ya.